when you move into the Enlightenment Soul Age group, there's a feeling that comes about. Besides all the light bodies that you begin to embody, that rainbow body, so 5D mystics, they will go through these experiences, be aware of it. Functional adults, they might not have a relationship with the sphere of energy around them, but they will go through their own expansion, meaning their own personal development and creating a relationship with their emotional body. The relationship with your emotional body and with you regulating your emotional stuff deals with, one, the attachment system of yours and the social system. I mentioned this in our short, and I might be pronouncing the social system wrong. It might be societal system, or I forget. However, remember also that there's a lot of different types of studies. One, they're not all proven, they're in the works, but I'm an intermediary also. I'm trauma-informed, somatic-informed. I'm not the expert in the field. I don't have my colleagues. I'm third party, if you will, bringing and spreading the word. People are not evil in the sense of devils, demons, and that whole area is a sphere and is a bandwidth and is a place that the 4D collective taps into, 5D mystics as well, but it's different for us because we have secure attachment. We do not dissociate in a way of depersonalization, derealization, and dissociation. So we don't have an out-of-body experience, meaning we don't have unresolved trauma. And we don't have eye contact with people and go to our mid part of the brain, which activates our threat alarm system, amygdala, alert, alert, alert. We have the secure attachment person, the ability with eye contact to activate our higher social connection areas, which allow us to captivate and understand intentions, but really we're just present, attuning, and we don't do the let me protect myself from you because you've done what? Be a human. Okay. The societal system or social system was introduced to me in my recent course, third module. I forget his name. I think it's Marcus something. And he explains how when we're adolescents, so as teenagers, this system will want our peers and us to be on the same page. It's like a lifeline. So it's like the attachment system. The attachment system, though, when you're 0, the 18 months is very important because your lifeline, if it doesn't give you secure attachment, that means you're going to feel like you're dying, and that's seat of empathy offline, emotional body offline. Before you can actually feel alive for real, you're going to have a journey ahead of you. And we're going to leave that one to the side right now. Attachment wounds and trauma, very important for brain development, as well as the emotional body is not online until the person recognizes, wow, I'm really uncomfortable with feeling. Like really. I have a potential way that my mind works, inner critic, outer critic. I then use substances, drugs, alcohol, sex. I'm starting to do stuff to de-stress. I'm actually gambling maybe or procrastinating. So this would have to be a person who's interested in their outer world and their inner world and their actual lifestyle. And so here's where a teenager, I've met them, they were all immature, and Hangover and movies like Mean Girl make it seem like those behaviors of going out and doing stuff is good. Nobody's talking about, wait a minute, you want to know that that stuff is not, 1, good, everything in moderation, 2, and 3, how's your attachment system, and how's your confidence, how's your emotional. How are you talking to yourself? Do you have self-esteem success or self-esteem failure? The minute you have an inner critic and then you're doing outer critic, you don't have self-esteem because you are not superior, inferior. If you have healthy self-esteem and healthy self-worth, you know, I'm a person, you're a person. I have subjective experience, you do too. I'm a differentiated self, you're a differentiated self. I have thoughts and feelings, they don't have to match. I don't need to treat you like shit. You don't need to treat me like shit. And substances, if they're for entertainment, are not to be used, therefore, to release stress. Otherwise, I'm releasing stress. Let's allocate things where they can be with our human being smart brain, if you want to be smart. Now, if you want to lie to yourself, that's a different story. And if you are lying to yourself, great and dandy. But let's not talk about smarts, shall we? Okay, so the different studies before I run out of time. Bessel van der Kolk, there's a video on NICABM. I mentioned it a couple days ago. The societal system. When you're a teen, I saw all these people do a lot of bullshit, shitty things. They're grown-ups. They still are teenagers. The ones who have trauma to the extent where they could have used and could have said, you know what, let me go take ownership of stuff because I know I am a person who wants to create relationships because that's what it is to be a human. No, I don't believe in love. I don't believe in relationships. I believe in isolating myself. I'm going to protect myself from every other person because evil is all that there is. 4D land, anyone? Oh, you lose people along the way when you're spiritually awakening. Yes, no, you don't, unless you're isolating, which means you're not really harnessing your emotional body. Yeah, you're not doing anything with your nervous system yet. You haven't even begun to understand who you are because you ignored the entirety of your own human being experience to think I'm spiritually awakened because I got clairs, I'm anointed. So 4D Collective began in a way, they continue in a way. The educators of the 4D Collective are very important because always history is important. Otherwise we can't speak. I couldn't speak here without any educators, could I? We create together a lot of data. Some are stories, some is data. The data is the sciences, physicists, biologists. I mean, let's keep it allocated. Even the geologists, I know a lot of people, no, they're not. Yes, they are. There are educators, they do research. Do not treat them like their subject matters don't matter. Do not treat them like gods. And people who are subject matter experts, you're not gods. You're subject matter experts who do research. So don't put yourselves on pedestals. And everybody, in fact, who's actually a differentiated self, left and right, you're not superior and inferior to me. It doesn't matter what your name is and where you come from. Don't come telling me how to live my life and you don't do. If we need anything, we have a system in place. That's why we all go vote. And it's made by the people for the people. And all the people want to complain about it, keep complaining about it. How about you do something instead of complain? And so go join. Go to college. I went to college. I decided not to join for very specific reasons. So on that note, Bessel van der Kolk, one of these videos from NICABM from a course that I'm taking on how to support people that want to actually heal themselves from trauma. So that means they know I don't want to hurt myself and I want to hurt people. I don't want to do anything excessive and I don't want entertainment to change. I know that I can be smart about it and understand that some people have human suffering, some people have triggers, and it's all very explainable, and compassion-based therapy is what is needed, because if you can't have compassion inside, it means you don't have a relationship with your own 3-year-old. It's very basic. It's a human emotion to love. And anybody who says, no, you don't love, yeah, you don't love. It's unfortunate and sad. You didn't get to feel safe in your body. And you don't care to learn about it either. And you want to point a finger because humans are broken. Guess what? That's a reflection of what you feel inside. Some of us, we are not broken. And we don't see humans as broken. We have a whole 3-year-old heart. So we know how to unconditionally love ourselves with flaws and imperfections and others with compassion, because that's what it means to be a differentiated self. I have thoughts and feelings, so do you. Neither of them cancel the other. That's because of integration of the brain. The right is where we can sit with all of the mixed information. Bessel van der Kolk mentions how people who have trauma and unresolved, their default mode network is offline, meaning they don't feel alive in their body, vitality, alive meaning like energy, yay, I'm awake, unless they're living their traumatized experiences. And when we learn about Patrick Tiahan, childhood trauma survivor, healed and healing and therapist, and he shares about hypervigilance, which is what a person from childhood trauma will have. It's if something's going well in work, with a relationship, it's like, oh, that's off. So this is sad because there are some of us who just love. And when people say, oh, it's healthy skepticism, or, oh, I'm just protecting myself by playing a game, they actually are not in any way, shape, or form aware of a lot of things. We're going to do a video too, but this is the part of where for relationships, the ones of us who are open-hearted and spontaneously open-hearted, we don't handle those who have fear in any other way than, you know what, love and respect. Thank you so much for coming your way and, carry on. If they want to do work, then they are the ones who talk to us about their triggers, their reactions, and then we work together to heal those behaviors that are safety behaviors due to their past, and it's understandable. It's always a conversation. The cancel culture are people who don't know anything about how to heal trauma. They're yelling at each other. That's the number one. So they're all in hypervigilance. Tune in for more.